No.
Welcome, folks, to the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge here at Cigar, 2420 Government Street. We welcome you to the show. I'm sitting here with Mort and Bones and myself as Maverick, and we're ready for the show.
That's we had one of those this afternoon, man.
So we're all thinking the storm's coming, going. Where's it ending up? We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about some cigars. The election's less than 30 days away. Sports, of course, and whatever else is on your plate.
We got Cruising the Coast going on here on the coast.
And they're showing up as of Monday, yesterday. And there's a bunch of cars down there, and it's going to be here, barring the storm, for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Big event, lots of great times, and all your favorite cars you could ever imagine.
Dude, I saw a car yesterday on TV.
Welcome, Kevin, Allie, Ronnie.
80 years old. 80 years old out here on Cruising the Coast.
Wow.
The guy?
Is that a Ford?
The car.
Was it a Ford?
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah,
Being
Ford,
that old,
right?
it'd have to be.
There's a lot of folks out there
Model
that
T or
don't
something.
really know what Cruising the Coast is, so somebody needs it.
So Cruising the Coast, it is the biggest event that
In the country, really, isn't
that
it?
antique cars come to, and we're talking about antique cars. It doesn't matter if it's American-made muscle; it could be anything.
Maybe
I saw
somebody put a car together and made
Yeah,
it.
rat rods,
Yeah.
everything. I saw an MGB riding out on the beach yesterday, and I slowed down, rolled my window down. I said, "Hey, man, back in I went overseas in '89. So back in '87, I restored a got MGB.
Beautiful.
It
They're
was
cool.
It was awesome. I actually had to get rid of it because my wife, when she got pregnant with our second, she couldn't get her ass in and out.
Nah,
of the car.
it's too
So
small
it was-
for anything like that.
But
Not that she was big. I'm just saying
No,
she
she's
had two
pregnant.
people. It's two people, one in her belly and her.
yeah.
Just too big. It's actually for a smaller person's car. You know, you're not weighing 300 pounds driving that, even if it's your favorite car. But it's the primo event all through the country, and for 3 days, like I said, all the most beautiful old antique
It's all week
cars.
long.
I know it's all week, but in Ocean Springs here, it's for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I mean, everything you dreamed of, you can see.
Good news.
I talk about my MG real quick, can I?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
When we first got to Florida, that's when we bought our bought our trailer because we couldn't afford a house. So we wanted to get something to hang up on the wall, so we went to one of these starving artist sales. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, sure.
So we got this great big huge picture, sits behind it's a sofa painting, right?
Right.
We took the MG to that thing. So we're driving. I can't hold my arm up, but I've got my left arm holding one side of the painting. She's got her right arm holding it, and the back is actually propped into the luggage rack. So we're kind of holding it while we're driving down the road. And I said, "Man, this is the most redneck thing that we've ever done." That wasn't the most redneck thing. I carried a sheet of plywood home on that thing one time. That was
no
redneck.
flag, right?
That was redneck, dude. Go ahead. Sorry, Bones.
That's all right. Kevin called us. Your package went out today with your cigars. Kevin was the one we brought on the show last week.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, Allie, Ronnie. That's twice. Brendan tested today.
And
took his COVID test
negative.
this morning. Don't get results back for 2 days.
And then he's out.
When the nurse comes back with the nurse and the police, she said. I was just like, why the police? Got to get information where he's going to be staying, all that for contact tracing.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's why they're so cheap. The only cases that they've gotten so far in the last months is somebody bringing it into the country, not from.
And then they know everybody they've come in contact with.
Yeah.
How about that?
So, which is pretty cool. So he's almost out of jail.
Yeah, nice.
Not
Out
real
of
jail,
out
just
of hotel jail.
Hotel jail.
We all know what that means.
To let our diehard fans know how many of them we got, I don't know. But I fixed it today, and we are currently, right now, you can view us live on Facebook and live on YouTube.
All right.
We
Way to
are
go,
now on
Bones.
YouTube.
Way to go.
We don't have 1 million viewers on our stuff like we've heard before. It's not.
Yeah, wedding. Yeah.
Or 40,000
it's
pre-sales.
Pre-sales on YouTube.
It is working. We welcome Kevin. Haven't seen him before.
I invited a bunch of people tonight.
Good, because they
finally knew how to do it. It only took me a year and a half.
Yeah,
but it's slow. It's a slow learn.
Watch us on YouTube, and you go to YouTube, do what everybody says, and go to that little button down the bottom that says subscribe, and just click on that.
Subscribe.
You'll get notifications when we're on live. I'm pretty impressed with myself.
We'll have a big thing for our 100th subscriber.
Yeah.
Remember how Cigar Prop did his?
He did 1,000.
He's got a whole lot more than us. But we got to play it low. So when it comes to 100 subscribers
on YouTube,
we're going to give you a phenomenal thing.
Something special.
I'm not going to do like this other numbnuts that we used to know and play up phenomenal. It's the best thing that you've ever seen in your life. We're going to give away a fucking cruise to
Barbados.
We're not doing any of that bullshit.
And stay in a castle.
We might even send you a lemon blueberry cake. Oh. No, I can't do that. It won't last.
Dude, you should have never even said that, man.
But
why are you gonna say that, right?
We do that. No, I'm just impressed with myself. I got it working.
No, I'm glad, but they won 100. They won that cake. They'd get 100 other people.
They said we needed 1,000 subscribers for YouTube to automatically upload it, but it allowed me to send it now to multiple destinations. But that's working.
Great job.
Off the subject just a little bit. Congrats to Kevin Shahan,
big time,
of Cigar Prop for winning the Battle of the Bands.
Way to go, Kevin. Way to go, brother.
Kevin got 200. They sold a little over 700 packs of Kevin's, of all five of them. He sold over 30%. He sold over 210 packs.
Nice,
Kev.
And I'll tell you,
4 of them were mine.
I enjoyed them. I didn't buy that many, but I enjoyed the pack that I got a lot.
Good.
Now, he's just, they were talking about numbers on the show and subscribers, and he's got, I'm not sure, 2,500 maybe now, 2,000, 2,000, something like that.
That's beautiful.
But the folks from Cigar Dojo, which I'm part of, but I don't watch that often. I'm probably going to watch them a little bit more. They got over 10,000, 50,000 subscribers.
They're big time.
They got to the point where they
Cigar Dojo.
Yeah, they got to the point where they were getting hassled from Facebook and all this other shit like everybody else, cigar stuff, whatever. They created their own social network environment, server and everything, so they got total control.
Wow.
Good. Yeah, it's pretty well. I mean, some of the information is pretty impressive.
They got a lot of money behind them then in that case.
Oh, yeah. We get them many subscribers.
Yeah.
Kevin Kasinger, what's up, brother?
So we're just hoping that one day that we can get 100 subscribers to the YouTube channel.
Because it's a friend of mine from Philadelphia I grew up with, Kevin Kasinger. He's on the invites.
What's up, Kevin? Do you call him
Chip? His nickname is
Chip.
Yeah.
Do you call him anything else besides that? I
mean, not just Chip. That was his nickname from his.
No drinking stories.
Oh, he has stories.
But, I mean, there's no other like.
No, not yet. But but yeah, Chip's me and him did a. Matter of fact, my first taste of alcohol was with Chip on a big snow day on Rising Sun Avenue. And it was old granddad.
You guys were cutting out of school, weren't you?
No, it was nighttime. It was like an 8 o'clock at night on a real big snowy night. And me and him were the only one on the corner because the weather was so hard.
Doo-wop over the fire.
I'm sure.
55-gallon.
And
remember
the
that?
funny thing
he
is,
gave me my first sip of old granddad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never drank it again.
Chip, you ought to feel privileged that he can remember this because he doesn't even know where he put his freaking car keys. So
yeah, no shit.
You feel honored.
I'm going to get a thing for a hook for that.
Feel honored, dude. That's what are you smoking, Bones?
I'm smoking the GTO La Cura Robusto.
Means it's for the cure.
The cure, absolutely.
Yeah,
and
I had one the other day. It was fantastic.
It comes in the
it's actually my favorite.
Yeah, comes in Perfecto shape. I had a wonky burn on one, just a little bit, but they're all burning pretty well. It burns. It tastes great. It's my favorite GTO.
Oh, absolutely.
I really liked it. I really liked it. Some of them I got to say I don't care for, but that one I really liked. I liked his one after his grandfather. Which one's that called?
The Don Emilio.
Yeah, the Don Emilio. I like that one too.
That was my
Close.
favorite GT. When I first smoked this, I was like, the Don Emilio.
You see what he said? There's lots of stories.
The Don Emilio was his flagship, was his premier cigar.
Yeah,
but this is simply fantastic.
What are you smoking?
I'm actually smoking a Gordo they just came out with from Perdomo.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's a lot 23.
Yeah.
But it's very good. And then I'm going to another Perdomo on that.
In case you don't, if you're in the local area here at Coast Cigar Company, 2420 Government Street in beautiful Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Beautiful.
They got a great big, huge shipment of Perdomos.
Yes.
So anything that you want as Perdomo, they got here. I'm smoking an aging room Quattro.
Well, that's a good smoke.
Not that I can remember ever had an aging room. Yes, it's box press.
Oh,
this was high rated. I got it as a set from one of the shows that, these are the highest rated cigars of last year or something.
Right. 90 and above.
Oh yeah, this is like a 93, I think.
Nice.
It really is a pretty good smoke.
We got 13 viewers right now. I'm impressed.
Woo.
Now there could be more on YouTube. I don't have YouTube up. Cigar Pop is on tonight at the same time.
Oh no,
he had to postpone his show from last night.
Oh,
that's tough.
And he actually apologized for that, but he had no choice.
That's hard on us. But hey, you know what, guys?
Mike Jones.
What? If you are actually coming and watching this on YouTube because you were watching Cigar Prop, fantastic. Thanks. Throw all the support you can his way. The man's phenomenal. We love him, and he's done a lot to help us, and we greatly appreciate it. You can see his logo,
his banner across the screen,
right there. Yeah, you got to go opposite, right there. And you're good to go. You see Cigar Prop. Yeah, you got to go opposite.
Hey, man, that's pretty cool that we have that up there.
You just now notice that?
Yeah.
With all of it, look, they're all up there.
I didn't realize it, dude.
You got Frontline.
Oh, look, Cigar Prop scrolling across it.
You got the paint color over it. He needs to change that.
So what do we got? Do we have Bones 101 coming up?
Oh, we always got Bones 101. We got politics. We got
Biden
sports.
up 14 points in the polls.
I don't believe that.
I don't either.
Come on, man. That's all bullshit.
It is.
Sorry, folks, for the language.
They said Hillary was going to win by a landslide. So
yeah. Where's she now? She's
she's not in jail.
She's putting aspirin in
she's not in jail.
And she's working at a pharmacy, putting aspirin in bottles.
He said it was a good night, but a nasty hangover.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Oh yeah, dude. And I got caught drinking too.
Sad news from the world of rock and roll today.
Yes, very sad news.
One of my favorite guitarists of all times, from my favorite band of all times, passed away today at 65 from cancer.
Eddie Van Halen of the rock group Van Halen.
All right.
Passed away today. May he rest in peace.
Which evolution of Van Halen was your favorite?
Oh, without a doubt, pre-Sammy Hagar. Without a doubt.
So David Lee Roth.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, he was the main singer. He was the man.
Van Hagar, not so much. I mean, I
liked it.
They were good.
Yeah,
but
just didn't have the oomph.
David Lee Roth was a showman.
He had the flair.
Oh, he had the poise and everything about it. He was at the right spot at the right time, and he did great things.
Yeah.
And his voice was great for that band too.
I think so.
This is a true story about Van Halen.
True story.
Friend of mine, friend of all of us, me, Andy, a couple of friends, Rich Goss, Joe Condone, all them. Rest in peace, Joe. He passed away a few years ago. We were at Van Halen concert in Nassau Coliseum, and we used to go to every one of their concerts. So we were sitting anywhere from usually 15th row and up.
Right.
So we're about the 13th row, and back in the day, that's when they had all the lighting boards and sound boards all in the middle of the seats. So we're about 10, 15 rows in front of them. So we're sitting there, we're standing up on the chairs when they allow you to stand up on chairs. And I'll be honest with you, I was smoking a joint at the time. We were smoking. Yeah. I turn around and look again. I go, Rich, that's Valerie Bertinelli.
Oh, nice.
He goes, no, it ain't. And he goes,
it is.
Oh, shit, it is. I mean, because there's no 18-year-old kid that doesn't know who Valerie Bertinelli is.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were 18.
Right.
Because she's still.
We dreamt about her.
She's still gorgeous to say.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. Yep. With Snyder, with the keys.
Yeah.
Snyder always had his keys, but they didn't go to nothing because he didn't fix it.
That's pretty sad, man. He.
Yeah, he died of throat and tongue cancer, from my understanding. I definitely know throat, But the tongue, they said, his son said tongue was a part of it, and he was battling it for about 4 years.
Wolfgang supposedly plays guitar as well as him.
That's his son.
I have heard that to be true.
We know it's in the genes too.
No doubt about it.
You know what I mean?
Sad. It's sad because we're seeing a lot of the bands
our gangs
that we grew up watching.
Yeah. Well, he was only 65 too.
I know.
That was pretty young for the guys. We're used to seeing guys 6
years old than us, man.
You know what I mean? He's looking. We're looking at guys 75 and up.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Kicking.
Yeah. What's it called? Keith Richards has been dead for 31 years. He came up on. He just isn't. He's still walking.
I don't think he knows this. What I learned the other day, and this is true, because the guy who said he got, was it you that read the book on Rob Halford? Who's here the other day was reading the book on Rob Halford from Judas Priest.
Oh, you're going to announce that?
It's out in the book. It's been out in the book apparently for years.
Gay?
Yeah.
Oh, he said that when he was at the concert.
When he was with the leather and all that
he
stuff.
said he was gay at the concert.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
He said that the night.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember hearing that.
Oh, yeah.
Judas Priest's lead singer.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. He's come out a long time ago.
Yeah.
What was that? Can't remember because he said
he puts the more than the mic up to the mouth.
Oh, no. He said that at the concert here at the Coliseum.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because he said he had stories in there, but he goes, it's really hard back in the day. Welcome, Philip Barreras. Oh, we got people I have never seen before. Nice. But he said back in the day when they first started, they're all out
partying and doing their thing.
And going back to the hotel and smoking and women. And you go back to the room and just hang out by himself. I was that totally. I mean, I knew Pete Townsend and Elton John. You know. I never heard that. I was just like, wow. I mean, not that I care. I was
it was just weird.
The guy's voice was still there too.
Yeah, you would figured he would add, 18. What are they called? When you go to the concert and you go to every concert and
the groupies.
Yeah, the groupies. Yeah, you figured he would have had a lot of groupies on his side. He probably did both.
Well, the thing about like Elton John, when he came out in the early 70s, that was like holy smokes.
Yeah, right.
What in the world? This guy that the women are like, oh, they're screaming over Elton John, and all of a sudden they find out we don't stand a chance.
Right.
Well, we got guys after our show. You got the Great Lake Smoke Show with Ronnie and Bob and cousin Frank, and they do a segment on that show. I mean, I hate to mirror it or something, but at the end, like the last 10 minutes of the show, they do, because they're all Italian, so they do, what this means, chooch. They do a segment, Stump the Chooch. Yeah. Stump the Idiot, basically. Yeah. And they ask questions from trivia or whatever. Yeah. And whoever gets the answer right, they do the Jeopardy music and everything, gets a pipe, dude.
Oh, wow. You already won one, didn't you?
Yeah, but I never got it yet. I haven't gotten that pipe yet, Ronnie.
Ronnie hasn't got that pipe yet.
And
we don't want to say it a third time.
Yes.
Or
I'll have to get
he hasn't got the pipe yet.
I have to get Uncle
3 times a charm.
I mean, listen, after you. This guy wins freaking everything.
I'm tired. I'm surprised he ain't on Jeopardy.
Everything but the lottery, man. I can't win the
well, please keep on trying.
Actually, I did win the pick 3 the very first night it came out.
Yeah.
I had $500.
Yeah, $500. Oh, talking about $500, if we can go into politics for a minute.
$500.
My friend Chris Campana from Philadelphia is on the left side of the
aisle.
Like, not so much like Biden, I don't think, but he just hates Trump, so he's going to vote for whoever. I mean, if Pee Wee Herman was on the ticket, he would vote for him.
Oh, I would too.
So anyway, he reminded me that we have a bet to see who wins, and
that's right.
Yeah, and it's for a good amount of money.
Uh-oh.
And I confirmed it just yesterday. He said, "Yeah, we're still on."
He's going to win.
You know what I mean? And so that's pretty cool. And he'll send it. He's the one that'll send it.
So since you brought up Trump,
I
didn't get the school district, but I read the article. I got it on my phone. There's a 10-year-old kid who got kicked out of the class and sent to the principal's office because the teacher asked, "Who do you idolize?" He said, "I idolize Trump because of this, 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 and this." And the teacher said, "That's the wrong answer. Get out of here and go to the principal's office." And he chastised him all the way to the principal's office. 10-year-old kid.
Because she was on the left side.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Why would you do that? He's a kid.
If you ask the question,
prepare yourself for the answer.
I mean, you're gonna.
And like a good lawyer knows, he already knows what you're going to say, so he can prepare for the answer.
Yeah, you don't ask little Johnny.
Yeah, but who would expect a 10-year-old kid to come out with that and have backup to it? And he said,
"Why?
Yeah.
Because he's paying attention to stuff. How about that?
So, what do you think?
She should get fired for that.
There's a few things going around on the internet, where I honestly think that Trump didn't have COVID. I think he might have had a cold. And,
bad flu.
He went there to take a rest.
So the test was wrong.
I'm not saying the test was wrong. No, who saw the test other than him and the doctor?
The doctors have all come up and said that he tested positive.
If the president told you to say I tested positive, would you say yes or no? I'm just saying.
I don't know. You know what? I got a story about that too, talking about presidents, but we'll talk about that. It's a funny story.
I don't know. Could you even trust?
It's a funny story. We'll talk about that during Bush Senior's era. We'll talk about that a little later. It's a funny story, though.
I'll bring it up now.
All right. Well, there was a story where President Bush Senior. Well, we'll go step back a couple of. My brother-in-law was a detective in Philadelphia, and Central Detectives. That's where he worked. One of his guys who was there for a number of years got promoted and was on security for the president. Not numbers one guys, but he was security for the president. And they were playing horseshoes. Now, this got related back to John, the detective from Philadelphia, from the guy who was playing horseshoes with Senior. And they were playing, and they were going back and forth in points. And the last point came up, and the president said that was a leaner. And the other, his security guy said, "No, Mr. President, that's not a leaner." He says, "I'm the president." It sure is. And that was the end of the game. And you know what? You got to say
that's the end of the game.
You're right.
What do you do? I liked Bush.
Yeah. So that was a thing where you got to say, I guess that was a leaner. I didn't see it too good.
Good call, Mr. President. Sorry, I missed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, scumbag.
Yeah, you bum. I won him. You can't even give me that.
Cheating bum.
Here's where I could see this going to affect our country sooner or later. But Geneva, Switzerland, just voted in $25 minimum wage. Not 15, not 10, 15, 20, $25.
But what's it cost to live over there?
I don't know, but it's good. That's a $40,000 a year freaking salary.
Yeah.
To being at flipping burgers, right?
Well, or whatever.
They got burgers over there, right?
Wherever.
They got McDonald's there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, sure. So, man.
You probably got Chick-fil-A. We don't know.
How much does it cost to fly there? It's making more than I'm making here.
Oh, dude, you could probably get overseas. I know you can get to Europe for less than $500 round trip.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you can go over there for their ski season and make $20,000 for their ski season.
But you can't get to Australia for less than 10.
Yeah.
We're going to go twice a year. Yeah, right.
Of course you are.
No, we're not.
He ain't. He'll go
he's
once.
Going once a year.
Yeah, he's going once. He ain't going twice.
I'll blame it on the money thing then. Man.
Yeah.
Because we both said if we go again, we're going first class. We're not going that stuck in the back crap.
That little girl, once he meets that little girl face to face, is done.
That's it. It's over.
Done.
Yeah,
we've already met.
She'll grab his nose and say, pop. And that's it.
Be right there.
Actually, she's got.
How old is she now?
What's today? Today she's 6.
Oh yeah,
what's today? Today's Tuesday, so it's Wednesday there, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you got 3 days before she gets her Nintendo buddy back. Because she plays video games, Nintendo Switch with Brendan like there's no tomorrow. Man.
Brendan's a gamer.
She's good. She's really pretty
good. So
good.
Brendan is Bones' son. He has 2 more days in hotel jail before he gets to see his wife and his stepdaughter. And I bet you them 2 days ain't going to go by fast enough.
Oh, couldn't.
He's already been there 12 days. Is that correct, Bones?
12
days eating hotel food and staying in there.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
12 days.
Cannot leave the room.
I know. Well, dude, you know what? It's not like a cell. Can you imagine if you had to stay in a hotel room for just not leave it? You're going in and out,
I get it's not a cell, but you can't leave the room.
Yeah. You
got a door right there.
I wonder if they locked the door from the outside.
I'm sure that they've got cameras all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Now could you imagine that? You heard.
Yeah.
They bring food. They bring, after the first.
I would answer the door naked all the time. Thanks for my breakfast. You put me in between the shower. Well, you said that last time. It's lunchtime. Well, I take 3 showers a day. And it's always at the food.
Nothing else better to do.
Yeah.
they did go to see him that first weekend he got there.
At the window, right?
And that's it.
Yeah. Oh.
So what's
that?
May
even been worse.
What's that box? That box of stuff you get everybody for Christmas?
Corn huskers.
So, you know, the
Chris Campana knows what that is.
The knock on the door, and they're like, Mav, do you really need another box of corn huskers?
Yeah, been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've been here 2 weeks. I mean,
yeah.
So tonight we got Game 4 in the NBA Finals. Not that we follow basketball.
No, we don't.
I follow it just for the point that I want to see LeBron James lose.
They're bums.
But he's not going to.
You know?
They're all bums. They're all bums.
They're 2-1.
Yeah, they're all bums. Every one of them.
Yeah. More closer to your heart. This is military related. The folks where I work are what they call ARTs. They're
full-time
air reserve technicians. They're in the reserves on the weekends. They wear the uniform on the weekends. Well, actually, they wear the uniform all day long now. They used to be in civilian clothes, but then they voted. They wanted with the union. They wanted to wear uniforms, which was probably good on their part because they get in-kind replacements and they're not wasting their own money on their own clothes.
Right.
So anyway, but they get paid as GS civilian employees Monday through Friday.
Yep.
And get paid as military when they work a weekend.
Is that less or more?
It all depends.
Depends on their position
and on
how
the
much
rank.
you get paid. Yeah.
Okay.
You could be you can have a GS9, well, probably a GS11 position, and be a chief, be a senior, be a senior.
You can be a staff sergeant.
But they'll make more with housing and all that stuff.
Okay, cool.
But anyway.
Oops.
Try not to
drop
get
something
any on the
over
walls.
there,
But anyway, so they get paid as GS during the week. Weekends. So when
they're military,
when they work
weekends.
on the weekends or they're on orders, they're considered in military status.
Okay.
Okay. So if anything happens to them while they're on military status, that's what they call service connected for a VA disability.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they just passed it to where, being that you're an ART during the week, a civilian during the week, but you're still doing the same job that you do on the weekend.
They're going to give them
They're going to, if you get hurt during the week,
you get the military.
You're going to get to claim that as a service connected because you're still doing the same job.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense to me. Totally makes sense.
It sounds it.
And all that is
Now, who's going against it?
Nobody.
Okay.
All that is a
Maybe
direct
somebody was going
result of the
against it.
paint thing that they had here at Keesler.
And I was going to bring that up too. They gentleman passed away about a year ago.
Yeah.
Because they had problems with the paint booth, and that is why that came up. You know, it's sad it happened. He was only 35 years old. He left a wife and 3 kids.
What happened to him?
Some kind of chemical. They didn't have the proper gear. It wasn't set up right.
The chemical.
Would he inhale it?
Well, constantly, but the chemical that he was in contact with constantly was the same thing that Aaron Brockovich, the movie Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah,
So
sure.
it was the same chemical.
Okay.
So they knew. I mean, for crying out loud, they know this stuff is carcinogen, and yet they still had improper.
And would it just freeze his lungs and everything and seize him up? He couldn't breathe no longer.
He had cancer.
Yeah,
He was only
shame.
35. He died. Kevin, that's a good question. Because I thought about that yesterday, and I don't have a clue. But what do they do?
I don't know.
Does he have to put a mask on when?
Thanks, Chip.
Hazmat crew goes in, and
you can't make a kid. You can't make a kid or any of. There's 60 people there that are quarantined. So you can't make them all sit there and not get the sheets. And you got to get towels, which they probably put outside the room, or probably put the sheets out there and say change the sheets yourself. And I don't know.
I'm sure they've got hazmat suits and PPE and all that stuff to, not touching it without gloves up to their elbows. And
welcome, Scott. Cigar related, the New York City taxes finally went up on cigars to 75%.
So if it was $1 to cigar, now it's $1.75.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if it's a $10 cigar,
it's $17.
$17.
That's
$17.50.
Why are they doing it?
Taxes.
Because it's Cuomo and it's de Blasio.
But why ain't somebody? Is that a vote or is that just automatic?
He's a Democrat, the governor,
right?
And the house up there is ran, or the Senate is
democratically run.
And I have this discussion with my sister all the time. She talks, and my brother-in-law says, "Well, if you voted for him, you got to do what he says." Absolutely not, Fred. Just because you voted for somebody doesn't mean you do exactly. You do
no,
what they
but
say.
you voted for that,
right?
If you voted for them, you voted for that 75% pay raise,
right,
or tax increase.
If it came in after whatever, but you got to get those people out of there. It's like anywhere else, California, whoever, Newsom, all of them.
They're vermin.
They are killing their states, killing them.
Yep.
it's unbelievable what the city, with the downtown. You've been to Manhattan before. You know what it's like at Times Square. It's back to pre-70s, man. It's back to.
It's terrible.
So,
well, is he out this time? Is he up
no,
for election?
No, he's not up for election this year.
When's he up for? Another year?
I think he's got another 2 years left.
That's going to do a lot of damage up there.
Well, their damage has already been done. People are moving out of the city in massive numbers.
I know my brother. I don't know why my brother moved out of there, but he went. I mean, he's still in New York, but he went to Brooklyn. Yeah, because of the outrageous rent in Manhattan.
Yeah,
he had like I said, his parking spot before he got rid of his car. That's a long time ago, but it was $600 a month just for his parking spot.
Dude, it's going to happen as the further they go out.
$600 a month.
The further they go out, the more and more expensive it's going to get everywhere else.
Yeah.
What was it? A couple of years ago, somebody sold a parking spot, sold it because they owned it for over $1 million, a parking spot to park a car.
So yeah, he could have it for life. Or whatever he decides to sell.
Whatever. I mean, $1 million for a parking spot. It was in a garage, obviously.
Dude,
but
he had an apartment that I mean, if you blew your nose, or if you sneezed, it would hit the wall.
Yeah.
The spray, and it was outrageous.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Like a 200 square foot studio apartment is over $1,000.
Yeah, well over $1,000.
That's nothing. Yeah. I mean, 200 square foot.
We call those laundry.
I mean,
rooms.
You're leaning over and when
right.
you're in bed. And jiggling the toilet handle because it's wet.
It's a laundry room.
Yeah, it's terrible. But he lives in Brooklyn now, and I think he likes
it. To get a little bit on something like that, the Pope this past week announced that he is not a proponent of the free market. He thinks the free market society is destroying civilization.
What does he want?
Socialism.
Really?
Yes, he's a socialist.
No, not going to work.
No, I don't say I don't like him. I just don't like him, guys.
This, and I'm not Catholic, but I know that this Pope is totally different than Pope John Paul was.
Yeah.
And then his successor was, they talked about him kind of being the one that's going to be the intermediate between the Pope John Paul and the new Catholic Church.
Yeah.
This guy's more progressive.
This is the new Catholic Church. Wow.
Big time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I told you I was baptized, confirmed, and married in the Catholic Church
in 2 weeks.
In less than an hour.
Oh,
it was less than
less than an hour.
How much was the envelope?
It cost him a lot.
It cost me a lot. When we were going through the classes, I finally got to the point where I said,
"Just give me the bottom line.
Just give me the bottom line number so I can write one check. I'm tired of writing a check every meeting I got to come to. Just tell me what it is, and I'll write the check."
Yeah, and just put it in your press
We had to go through these marriage counseling classes, and we've already been married for 12 years. We just wanted to get married in the church.
Yeah.
But we did all that, and we're walking out of the little room, and I'm walking this way, and David's walking with me. He says, "David, you got to come with me." And she's like, "Why?" She goes, "You got to go to confession." And
good Lord. Could you imagine listening to that one?
She looks at him. She looks at him and looks at me. And looks back at him and said, "Why not him?" He said, "Well, he just got baptized. He hasn't had time to sin." Come to me.
I remember when my dad.
Could you imagine that,
buddy?
Yeah, right.
He passed. He says, all that money I give to the church. He says, but before you do my, preside over my funeral. He says, "You think you can get a haircut?" You should have seen it. He had the exact same hair. No, just from Kingpin. He had the Bill Murray hairdo. Wow. Oh, it was terrible.
Oh, wow.
Father Mike, it was dead. Everybody's name's Mike.
Back in the day, not most folks know this, but when they had confession in the Catholic Church, you didn't have the boots with the father sitting over here behind closed doors. You're over here. He doesn't know who's in there.
It was face to face.
Whatever.
That was back in the day.
They got up on the altar and had to confess their sins to the whole congregation.
Oh man!
While probably
anybody left some stuff out of that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to admit that.
Half the people are drunk in the because they
come out.
Well, I remember all the time when I was young. They had the center was the priests, the confessional, and on the two sides. You had the slides going up, and it was just a shadow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It wasn't clear, and then you went into it's like a box-shaped thing.
Yeah.
A confessional. And you used to go in there, and then they had a little kneeling pad. Then you used to go out and say 55 Hail Marys and 205 Our Fathers, and you're good. We went. I'm out of here.
Wow. I can only imagine yours.
Oh yeah, but when I was young, it wasn't bad.
Oh,
If it was during this time, it would be a lot different.
I can't bring that up.
Yeah, when you're like 14, you're it's too bad. You know, you're rubbing one out.
Yeah.
You know,
there it is.
And the priest is probably like, I do that too.
I said that's self-pleasuring.
Maybe when we get Southern Draw back in here,
Oh,
we can get the new Desert Rose.
oh man.
Longdale, 6x44 called the Blossom.
Yes.
New bloom.
Yes. I saw that released. I was actually watching that. I was hoping to be able to buy some when it was released, and
They were all gone.
gone.
And do they still sell them at the on base?
No.
They took them out of there.
Well, they're not selling much of anything.
Yeah, they've
anymore
lost a
because-
lot of the tobacco stuff.
Oh, okay.
Has gone out.
I'm not,
But this was a CI event that they had, an online herf that, and one of the big things I wanted to
It's still
know,
not that quick.
I wanted to know from CI was, since people can't go into Cigars International, were they going to allow sales of their exclusive, their only in-store
Product.
their
right?
in-store only products?
Right.
And I never could get a response because some of my favorite cigars are Cigar International only.
Yeah.
You can only get them at CI. So when I go see my dad in Texas, I'm taking a 2-hour trip to Dallas to hit CI.
Just to go. Yeah.
There's a new one in Florida now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
still,
little further. That's about an 8-hour drive.
and I got nobody there that I can hang out or stay with.
we got Ray.
Well, yeah, I guess we could go and hang out at Ray's house and
Yeah. Burn it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Leave cigar on the couch, the new leather couch.
sure, why not?
And just
You'd probably make it sleep out by the pool as well.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad either because it's screened in. I
It is
think.
screened
It
in.
is.
Yeah, so that ain't no flies.
He's looking to. I
Or
think he
mosquitoes.
says we talk about screening in the whole backyard.
Who you are?
No,
I was gonna say, what are you crazy? You know how much that'll
I ain't
cost?
doing any more of that backyard. We're done.
We'll see.
No,
Yeah.
we're done. There's nothing
For
else to
today.
do. I don't know what else you can do.
Me and Jeff
put
want
in
you
a
to
hot
take
tub,
care of
though.
that little patch of grass that's getting on our nerves.
Nope.
Do something with it.
AstroTurf.
Yeah.
Staying right where it gives it some color.
Some AstroTurf or something. Like AstroTurf is color.
No, I'm not putting anything else in the yard. Man. I'm done. Done.
You guys didn't. You Bones will actually have to post some pictures on our Facebook page so that you can see what this thing looks like.
You can have a wedding reception on his deck.
Oh, it is impressive.
That is nice, real nice.
Yeah,
We should have our own chairs over there.
we should actually do a show there one night.
That would be cool.
We could.
Yeah.
I ordered the Wi-Fi booster.
Nice. So
We could do a
Yesterday.
show from there. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Like a semi-annual show from there.
Because that
You know what I mean? You at one time have the fire pit on.
Oh,
so
that
it would
Wi-Fi
be
kicks
chilly.
out like I think it's a 38,000 BTUs. It's freaking
That's warm
heat.
enough.
I think we
Little
can.
hoodie and
No, you
Or
won't.
Jeff caps?
You won't need
hoodie,
it, man.
hoodie season's coming up. Man.
You
I
won't
can't
need
wait.
it. You won't need it.
but that would be cool to do a show from Bones' backyard.
Yeah.
And the massive deck.
We'd have to make sure that we had good lighting though, because that's one thing that I've seen with people that do shows from their backyard at night. The lighting's just
Terrible.
It's
We could
bad.
hook up something.
Yeah, we'd have to have some good lighting.
We can go
You
get
know who
those-
know how to do all that? MTV Mike.
We can go get the lights from what's his name that Bill gave him.
Ugh. What's his name?
Can you
Man,
ask
they
him-
don't even
can you
start.
ask him for-
Don't even start
I
with me
forgot
on
about
that
that.
clown. Good God, man.
I forgot about that.
And Alex Bradley's got a new release. They released a limited edition MAGA burner, the big burners. Like this big, they're pretty big, hand painted and all that shit.
What are they for?
Table lighters.
Table
Oh,
light?
wow.
Big lighters.
Oh, they're huge, huh? You're not
Yeah.
walking out of the shop with one of those.
No.
Huh.
No. Matter of fact, I have, speaking about cigar stuff, I still haven't got my Drew Estates thing yet. But but I did email him and he did say it's on its way. So we'll see. When it
You
comes
got
to-
yours, didn't you?
What?
Your swag bag?
He never bought a
No,
ticket.
I didn't get a ticket.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't get yours yet?
Nope.
Oh, no, why not?
Because he emailed me about 2-3 days before he got his. He said, "Hey, on your thing when I filled out the information, apparently I
Oh, you
put
told me
my
that.
birthday was 31 July 2020."
Oh, you're not old enough to get
So he
stuff.
had to verify it. I said, "No."
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, you're only 6 months old. You're not getting
Hoping
stuff.
maybe throw something extra in there for me. So
No, they won't.
No.
You don't get
No,
anything
it's good enough that they gave everything.
I put some of
there.
the stickers Jeff gave me on my cooler,
That-
my travel cooler for when I go fishing and wherever else when
You
I go
found
run.
it?
Huh?
You found it?
No, it was in the back.
That's what I mean. You found it?
Oh, yeah.
It was buried back there.
No, it looks good back there now.
Did you see
I mean,
the
Keith
microwave?
took care of it.
Huh?
See the microwave?
They cleaned it?
Oh, it's almost as clean as the dad boy in
Oh,
here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
And the fridge.
I couldn't put anything in there.
The fridge. You guys had.
Yeah, I had a chisel.
Oh, you cleaned the fridge too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
There were things growing in there that I was
Yeah, but
afraid of.
we took care of all that. It looks real good back there.
Speaking of fridge, they did
We
send
actually
us
got to
an
keep
email.
Justin out of there.
Yeah.
I went back there one time and something growled at me.
They sent us an email today saying, get in there sometime this week and cover the computers, unplug the refrigerators, empty them out, throw all the food out and all that shit. Because the power's supposed to go out in the building anyway, I think Thursday for 5
Your
hours
building.
to fix something. But in case it goes out, I don't think it's. It looks big.
5 hours.
You know what happens when they come back Monday morning? Well, Monday's a holiday, but Tuesday,
Oh, it is.
and people have their stuff in the refrigerator. They go in for lunch. They go,
That's good.
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't keep leftovers for more than 4 days. In the fridge.
Oh, in my
No
house,
more than 4 days.
my wife will tell you 2 days and it's gone. Gone.
Oh, she makes too much shit.
I told you,
It
I
goes in the
leftovers
freezer or it goes
from
out.
on top of my buddy Jimmy Quinn's pizza box. There was a pizza box on top of his oven, and I ate a slice of it being loaded and
Yeah.
stuff like that. He says, "What happened to that pizza?" I said, "I ate it." He says, "That's been there over 2 weeks." I remember that. You know how my memory is for a long time ago.
Yeah.
It did taste like cardboard. And
Well-
I didn't heat it up, so it was just like eating rubber bands.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he says that's been there at least 2 weeks.
Oh.
I'm surprised. You know, that was kind of guy. Yeah, he says.
Well,
I'll
you
get to it.
probably probably had your gut already pickled and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Like,
Yeah,
nah.
so there was plenty alcohol in my belly to kill it, whatever the
Yeah,
bacteria was on that. But that was 2 weeks old.
So what did you think about Brady's comeback this weekend?
He's looking good for an old guy.
I didn't see it, so
I think he's. I only watched a little bit of it because I'm only watching little bits and pieces of it. I can't watch. I'm not watching. Not that I won't watch it, but I was doing things here, and he still got some zing.
He didn't look so good the first half, but wow.
But you know what they said in that Super Bowl that time, that I forget what defensive back it was. He says, "Whatever you do, don't give him time."
President Bush is watching.
What?
Yeah, Bill.
Hey,
Welcome,
Bill. You know what I mean? Don't give him time.
Well, the Bengals finally won a game.
Yeah.
So did Cleveland.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Cleveland did too. It's
Cleveland.
a lot of weird games this
OBJ
weekend.
had a great day. There were a lot of low-scoring games.
Yeah,
Oh, but
yeah.
no,
You
the
know
first-
what? You know
the
what? I
first
did
games
watch a
were
little
high
bit.
scoring.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were. Yeah,
The
but
first
the
one high.
second ones were boring, man.
yeah, pretty much.
But I
Yeah,
am.
you want to see some score. You don't want it to be end 7-3. I mean, it's just too much
You might
going
think I'm
on.
crazy, but I'm calling this game, and not just because I'm a fan. But I think Giants are going to beat Dallas in Dallas this weekend.
That's tough, man.
Uh,
That's real tough.
you know, one of the things, because I was channel surfing Sunday night, and there was some crazy something going on in some of the other networks, and I actually ended up on the Las
Bachelorette?
Vegas. I don't watch that shit. The Las Vegas game. You know, they had the new stadium, so
That's beautiful.
I stopped for a moment so that I could see. I want to see what this was like. So they panned the stadium. Now this is a brand new stadium, empty,
Yeah.
empty. And I said, "This is a crying shame.
Yeah.
It really is a crying shame because the marching orders is social distancing.
Yeah.
So why couldn't these venues have fans in the stands 6 feet apart if they're husband and wife together? You're husband and wife, you're sleeping together, you're living together.
Yeah.
6 feet
You can get
apart
20,000 people in the stadium.
easily.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at college football. We talked about that as
Slowly
well.
coming along.
Ohio Stadium can have over 100,000 people
Yeah,
in it.
105, I think. it
And
is,
you're
yeah.
like, holy smokes, why can't you have students
Give it all to the
in
students.
in this venue? It's a home game. Penn State, they're talking about Penn State is not going to have the advantage when they play Ohio State because they won't be able to do the whiteout.
Yeah.
That is, if you've ever seen
Oh,
Penn State
phenomenal.
whiteout at night,
Yeah.
dude, you are mesmerized by nothing but white
Yeah.
in the stands. So you're paying more attention to this
Yeah, than the
than
game.
the,
Yeah.
than the game. And
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a player, that's got to it's got a psychological
Yeah,
effect.
it has to.
I can't remember who it was. It was in here this weekend when we were watching football, and he said, because we were talking about the noise being piped into the stadium.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
He said that's not true. He said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Because the kicker for the Tennessee Titans said in an interview after the game, he was sitting on the bench, and he can hear all the play calling and all that because they're not piping it in the stadium.
It's only on this TV.
It's only on the broadcast.
Oh, is that something?
How about that?
And that's sad too.
That's even worse. Playing.
You know what?
Yeah.
I guess this whole season we're not going to get any fans in there.
It's so quiet, man.
It ain't going to be till next year.
They really should have just.
It ain't going to be till next year, guys.
I know it's and even
it's
next
weird.
year
it's
is
very
suspect.
Weird. Yeah, it's really weird. But that's like you're talking about the Darth Vader Stadium in Vegas.
Oh, that's a nice stadium, though, boy. Oh my God.
The amount of money,
dude. I worked on a couple different stadium projects,
over $1 billion,
and you're figuring, and you see a mock-up of what the model's going to look like and all the things, and you're looking at it, you're in there and you're working, you're going, how the fuck are they going to do this?
They get it done.
It's crazy.
And you know what it takes to get up there and work on those?
Yeah, dude. I only worked up a high a couple times, and it's not cool.
Yeah.
And iron workers got to do it all the time.
That's their job.
That's the main thing they do. They're putting that iron up, and they're up 10 stories.
Now, could you imagine
this big?
Could you imagine being an old iron worker building the Empire State Building? I mean, think about the time frame when they built that.
Yeah.
They didn't have OSHA standards and tethering off.
Yeah.
These guys are
walking on them.
Walking on a 6-inch wide beam.
And I read a story about
the
that.
wind just would come and take you away.
Yeah.
Not only the Empire State Building, but the bridges and all them, the nationalities of the iron workers that did all the high level work, Indians.
Like as in the
feather.
No, yeah,
Native Americans.
Native Americans, yeah. You know what's amazing?
They don't have a fear of
heights.
heights.
There was a guy, roofer I knew up in Philadelphia. He used to do all the high stuff with roofs, high buildings. He did on an overtime job just 2 stories. He fell off and killed.
I know.
He was up 22 feet.
And killed himself.
And he got killed. But he used to do 50 stories up and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He was a high risk roofer.
Yeah.
And they killed him. He was just getting ready to retire too.
I used to, I mean, I know his name. I used to know this guy really well that traveled around this area and replaced those lights on the towers, that the radio stations and stuff would have.
Those are like 300 feet high.
Oh, and he says, of course, he was pretty well in shape for doing that, but he says sometimes it'd take you, half hour easy to get to the top.
Yeah.
To do a 5-minute job.
Yeah.
And
what's that real big tower? They change it. They change it.
Sears Tower.
No. They change. There's something real up, and they only change it twice a year. They have to change it, even if it goes out or it don't go out. And dude, it takes like an hour and a half to get up there, an hour and a half to climb up it.
We're talking about some building in Dubai. I think it's like 1,700 feet high.
I think that's the tallest building in the world, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
170
crazy.
stories.
Actually, speaking of Dubai, I was watching a video with Nikki G today. I showed her the fastest police boat in the world is in Dubai. It's a beautiful thing. And they said it does like 90 knots.
Oh,
that's moving on water.
Oh, gosh. And
hey, how you doing, all right?
How you doing,
hey, guys, how you doing?
You got to wonder what's the purpose of having a watercraft that goes that fast?
Because you can, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, think about it. What?
And the girl they had a girl in the back and her photographer, and it was the Super Blonde, the one that does the videos all the time with all these different exotic cars and
I know who you mean.
Yeah, she was strapped in like a freaking pilot seat. I mean,
I'd be afraid to get in it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like a hydroplane.
So could you imagine? You leave the Keys to go to Havana in a boat like that. 20 minutes. You're there.
I was gonna say 20, 30 minutes. Yeah,
it's a 90 miles from Miami to Cuba. That boat will probably get you there.
Talking about
about an hour and a half.
Would you ever go to Cuba?
Oh, I'd go in a heartbeat.
Would you?
Oh yes,
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I was actually hoping to go.
Yeah, we were planning.
We actually we were talking about it.
You can't go now, right?
No, you can't. It's shut. I mean, it's shut down tighter now than it was.
You can't even do those
pre-Obama.
You can't even do those. They call them like adult learning trips or class trips.
For
you can't do any of that.
Cultural exchange.
Yeah, you can't do that, right?
You can go with a cruise.
Not anymore. Not with the new Obama stuff.
Trump put everything off limits. Man.
Yeah, they're totally shut down.
Nothing.
You could probably go through Canada or through Mexico or one of those countries to get there, but
not in the United States.
Take the cruise ships down there.
Used to be able to.
They
Yes.
started not too long ago. They started that. But you had to do some kind of community service or something when you got there.
Yeah.
Or you weren't allowed to get off the ship.
Right.
Wow.
So what they were doing was
on
allowing
vacation.
they were telling you to go to the plantations, go to cigar things and stuff like that. That's you're learning your cultural experience.
Right.
Yeah. My cousin got to go down before they shut things down.
Welcome, Doc Rodriguez.
Doc
Hey, Doctor.
Rodriguez.
La Cura.
Holy smokes, man.
La Cura.
I need to get with you on La Cura, boss. That's
Oh no, you're good, man.
yeah, that's
That's
what
what it's all about.
It's a cigar experience.
Yep.
I'm not a cigar guy. I quit smoking about 2 years ago.
Oh,
My brother in the back room is a cigar guru.
oh, good. Well, we're glad to have one out of two.
Go in there and grab one.
He recently moved to Alabama from South Texas. And
Alabama.
somewhere he's heard about this place. We were just in Biloxi, and he wanted to stop by here and see y'all.
Yeah, because
Nice.
the Biloxi shop
Well, thanks for
closes at
coming in.
6:00.
Why? Because of cruising?
No, they're doing it full time now.
They went to no Sundays.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
They close at 6:00 every night
Monday through Saturday.
because apparently all the businesses around there too are closing like 5:30. So they're like all the traffic is it's not there, and they said we're keeping the hours. We're not. They basically said they cut the hours down almost 17 and a half, 18 hours a week, and they're doing just as good a business, if not better, than before COVID. So why change the hours back?
Well, I mean, it's Paul's shop, and Paul does a
They're
great
open 7
business.
hours a day times 7 times 6 is 42 hours a week. They're open.
Paul does good business, so he's
He's all right.
No,
Right, it is what
they
it
open
is.
like 10.
I thought they opened at 11.
They're open 8 hours a day. 8 times 6. Yeah.
48. That's all right. If he's making money, he's making money.
Oh, absolutely.
And if they decide after 6 o'clock they want to come somewhere, they always can come to
Coast Cigar Company,
2420 Government Street.
and they're here till sometimes well past
we're
midnight.
So the sun comes out.
We even open during hurricanes.
Yeah, hurricanes, rainstorms,
Brainstorms.
even the post office doesn't stay open as long as we are.
Yeah,
Guys,
that is-
remember,
that's true.
we are broadcasting live on YouTube also. You want to watch us there? Click on the little
So what else we
red
got?
button
Anything
the
else on
bottom.
Bones 101? We drifted
Oh,
a little bit.
I see the YouTube thing on the screen where it's got the big green check mark next to it. So this is going live to
I'm
YouTube
missing that.
right up here in the top.
Oh, yep. Look at that.
Right up here in the top.
Now
Facebook,
I'm hoping it saves up there too.
I would hope so.
If not, then I'll
We'll have to check it.
It's not a
We'll
big
figure
deal.
it out.
But
So
yeah.
what else is going on?
Do we want to talk about a book that we heard about?
It's up to you.
All right. So what time is it?
52 minutes in.
Oh, we've got, what time is it though? We've got a couple minutes, right?
Yeah, we've got a couple minutes. We got
All
about
right.
8
So
minutes.
guys, everybody knows the conflict that we had prior to the 5.5 Legs cigar show and the ash holes.
Been a couple of years.
It has been a couple of years since we've been here. We broke ties with a previous person that was on our show. This
It's a tough call.
yeah, this numbnuts. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This numbnuts has come out and said that he's going to expose the cigar industry for what it is. He says that it's a dark, it's convoluted, they're all thieves, they're all of this stuff. Basically, he called the industry everything that he is. Well, we heard from a source that he has pre-sold 40,000 copies of this book.
Don't know how accurate it is. We'll tell you that, but this is what we were told.
We can only, the numbers, we know how accurate that is because we did some research and found out that Donald Trump Jr. on his best day,
industry.
on his
Have a good night.
best day, sold over 40,000 books pre-sale.
Yeah.
This guy is not even is not in high esteem in the cigar industry in the first place. So an expose on the cigar industry would not sell that many books. If you ask my opinion, he may have 4 copies pre-sold, and 3 of them were copies that he paid for.
Okay.
I mean, that's just what it comes down to.
That's one book I'm not going to read.
Supposedly, he exposes the 3 of us for being, I don't know, whatever, what his.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet what he says that we are, but supposedly he exposes us for whatever we did. I'm just going to tell you, folks, if you ever want to know the real truth, we'll be happy to explain it in one of our 5 or 10 minute YouTube blasts that we plan on coming up with later on.
Yes, your YouTube blast will be called what?
Yeah, I haven't really come up with. I want a Mort's Madness because I want to be able to have a rant on some things.
All right.
But there's been other things that people have asked, do this, and Bones. He's got
no bones about it.
No bones about it.
And I got Mavs Minutes.
Mavs Minutes. Somebody said Moments with Mort. I don't. That seems like you are special.
A little passive.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, or what was the other one on Saturday Night Live? Handy.
Oh yeah.
You are special.
Yeah,
you are.
And it was real. It was kind of like a fairy type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, he ain't doing that.
I'm not down with that. It ain't gonna happen.
Hey Keith, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
But I'll tell you straight up, folks. I don't hold anything back when it comes to that individual. He's a bum, and I've said it here today. I'll say it again. Anybody that helps him stay in business is a bum, and I know that people that are in that area have already stated that the shop is, well, one of the quotes that we read off of Yelp or one of those said that the shop reminded him of going into a used car dealership. So we know the caliber of person this is. Most of the people that we know the caliber of person it is, and not mentioning any names. We didn't mention any names, so we're okay with regards to that. But bottom line is, we've heard him referred to as a cockroach, a thief, a liar. So that's just what it is. If you really want to read the book, man, please bootleg it. Don't pay him a dime for a copy of that book. It'll be readily available, I'm sure.
What's Oscar saying?
He's a piece of shit, is what Dr. Rodriguez says.
FOS, full of shit.
Oh, he's full of shit. I thought he said he is a piece of shit. Oh, well, okay, same thing, I guess.
Hey, Christy.
So, bottom line, folks,
Christy.
that's Mort Madness.
First segment,
condensed version. It's coming up. I've got a steno book like Bones has here, and I've got like 4 pages of stuff that I wrote down. A lot of independent research study. Bones knows some of the independent research that I've done because he's seen some of the posts. Leopard doesn't change his spots, guys. He just relocates somewhere else, and he finds new prey. And that's pretty much what he's done.
And there's only one way you can see any of those videos. That's by going on the YouTube page and subscribing.
Yep. Subscribe to our YouTube page.
Because it's going to pop up. It will not pop up on Facebook. We've made an arrangement amongst the ashholes here that things like this, those little snippets that we're going to do will be only available on YouTube. So subscribe. You'll get a notification. Something new's been posted up. You'll get a chance to...
Yep. When you subscribe, you got to click on that little bell that sends you a reminder when.
Yep.
When we're on.
When something new comes up, you got it.
Yep.
Is that it, fellas?
Little taste of what you might see on Mort's Madness.
Mort's Madness.
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's
good for me.
All right,
I
from the
gotta sit down
Five and a
and
Half
sign on to
Legs
the-
Virtual Cigar Lounge, we are the Ashholes. I am Maverick. I am here with Bones and Mort. We bid you good night.
Keep us in your prayers, guys. We got this big storm coming down this way.
Yep.
Keep the folks that are west of us
Anybody? Yo,
definitely in your prayers.
Yeah,
'cause
please.
looks like
Hope
it's
that
getting
all's
ready to
well.
hammer 'em
We
pretty
All
good.
your family, friends, pets, and your belongings are safe.
we hate to say it, but we hope it stays west. But they've already been through enough shit in the last one.
Yeah, but we
But-
don't want it.
I hope it goes
No.
out into the water.
I just
out
hope it
to
goes.
the water
Poof. Disappears.
and disappears.
That would be nice.
Good night, folks.
And
We'll see
thank you for all of
next
our
week.
sponsors.
Grand Home and Auto, Mike Bryant, Oscar Rodriguez at GTO, Kevin Shahan at Cigar Prop, Ray V
And
at Cigar Enthusiast,
cigar enthusiast.
and Mo and
Frontline Cigars.
Mo and Steve, Mo and Mark at Frontline Cigars.
Phenomenal smoke.
Is that everybody?
I think you got them all.
Yep. Later, folks.
Good night. That was a really good show.
Now give us some time and